Okay. Hey everybody, I'm DeGroot. I'm at Mesh Skate Park right now. I'm going to show you a how-to hang 5 to pivot, and you can check it out at RideBMX.com. To do a hang 5 to pivot, it definitely helps to have a hang 5 down. When you're learning a hang 5, it's good to learn it carving or turning a little bit. That way you start circles. It'll make learning this trick a little bit easier. Doing hang 5s on a wedge to a platform is a lot easier as opposed to doing them on a quarter pipe. When I do hang 5s, I use my left foot, so I jump onto my front left peg. I think that kind of helps with the arc because I'm leaning or putting more weight on my left side and rotating to the left. When you get into your hang 5, you start it in a straight line, and you slowly, as you feel comfortable with it, you start leaning. I put more weight on the left foot because I rotate to the left. And you start arcing. You can kind of spot your landing, and that's when you start tightening the arc or the spin right towards the edge. So when you get into the last nose pick and you're jumping in from the pedals into the wedge, you're right on the edge. So start with going up the ramp, getting into a hang 5. You start turning. As you're turning, instead of looking down where you're going, you look ahead and you start turning and arcing in a pivot motion to rotate around completely so you can come out facing forward again. I personally have a front brake, so when I get into the hang 5, I don't use my brake till the end, till I'm getting towards when I'm going to come in normal. I squeeze in the brake, jump on the pedals, and hop in. As most street riders or people without brakes, you can do this. You just have to use that hopping motion towards the end as you're turning and popping into the wedge, all in one kind of motion, jumping back to your pedals from the hang 5. When you're completing your arc or your tight turn to approach back in, I lock up my front brake and try to look at the wedge I'm landing in, and I jump back to my pedals as I shift my weight forward so my back wheel doesn't hang up on the edge. Both feet jump from the arc on at the same time when I know I'm facing the wedge I'm going to come in on. With any hang 5 variation or hang 5s in general, your balance point is right on the edge, so you can flip over the bars at any second, so be prepared. Starting off with a hang 5 is just a building block. Once you learn a hang 5, you can turn one way, you can turn another way, you can roll in fakie, you can pivot, come in forward, backwards. It's kind of a building block for combining, flatland and street riding together. So it's pretty endless, and start off with a hang 5, learn it both ways, carve it both ways, and just see where it'll bring you.